Well, hi Pam. Hi, Dr. Pamela George.
Oh, Miss Cindy Sheridan, it's so good to see you on these Joy Talk shows.
I know I'm so excited for this time that we have together to chat about joy and share it with
Ah,
others.
yes, yes.
Yeah, so I'm so excited for your book. And I know last time when we were together, we talked about securing love and finding that core for
Yes.
our joy. And that's the S in sparkle. And P, I'm really curious about what the P is. What comes next?
Yeah. Thank you for asking. P is for perseverance. Now, don't get discouraged. Perseverance actually also brings joy. And what I found is, you know, God might put this joyous burden on our hearts. What I mean by that is maybe something that only you or me, every single person in this world, God wants to offer them a gift to serve and to use their gifts, God-given gifts, to minister to people. And because we live in this broken world, we might go through messes. For example, you and I both are writing books. God, something happened in your life, and you're just like a hero in my life, just to see how you decided with the strategy when your husband died, you decided, I'm going to use that mess to be my ministry. You turned the mess into ministry by being a model to the rest of the world. But I know you and I have been walking through this path for the last couple of years, writing our books, and it takes perseverance. So many times I wanted to give up. I'm just like, this is hard.
Mm.
I don't feel like writing and listening. And so one of the things that I found in the chapter I write about it is there's a hindrance to perseverance, which is acedia. And I'm just going to read what acedia, the definition of acedia from the book. It's on page 121. And it's basically imagine acedia as a relentless gravity, an inner sloth clutching your spirit. So you want to do what is right, you want to persevere, but sometimes you feel like this pull of gravity. And what this author that I got to meet, her name is Rebecca DeYoung. She wrote this book called Glittering White Vices. And in it, she says, it's a struggle against our spiritual destiny, defying the transformation we are called to undergo. So, what she found was acedia is connected to love, or rather the lack of it. It's not about the absence of action, but the absence of love in our action. It's misplaced love leading us away from our true calling. So we all have a unique calling in our lives, and at different stages of our life it's different. At this stage in our lives, God's calling us to find joy in him and not from the things that we relied on in the past. But for that transformation to happen, we need to persevere while he does its work. Just wanted our audience to know there is a gravity that's going to pull us, which is acedia, where we might just focus on the moment and not love what's happening. But when we persevere, we receive this crown. And I know that I know you have a crown in your car.
Yes.
About it.
Yes, well, actually in the Bible, James 1 through 12 talks about, or 1:12 talks about, blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. And so yes, I have like a little princess tiara in my car in the back seat, and so whenever I look in the rearview mirror, I can see it. It's just there to remind me that I am worthy of what God has called me to do, because this purpose that has God has given me after my husband passed is
Mm.
nothing I ever thought I would be doing. I never thought I would be writing a book. I never thought I would be doing stand-up comedy,
Yep.
but God has called me to it. I find a lot of joy in it. but I need that reminder to persevere because it can be draining. Like you want that, you want to continue to experience joy, all the time with it, but it could be difficult at times, because the enemy tries to distract us and tell us we're not worthy. And, you know, so I have that crown to
Yeah.
remind me that I am worthy of what God has called me to do.
That is so beautiful. I really appreciate you sharing that because if we want to persevere, we need something to like fixing our eyes on Jesus, who decides how we are worthy. And so that's such a visual reminder because we got to fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. And when we finish that marathon, and when we are formed and we're using our gifts, and I can't even believe I'm holding this book in my hand, that that for a long time, it's like it was never ending. But when you persevere, you will receive that crown. So don't let acedia, which is spiritual or mental sloth, bring you down. And you could learn a lot about that in the P in sparkle. So we just want to spread some joy today to all of you.
Yes, that was amazing. Thank you for sharing. And I really look forward to hearing what's next. But
Yeah,
that we'll have to do that another time.
that's right. So good. So good. All right. Thank